Hey, this is Jeremy with Frank Ottie's Nursery and Garden Center located on Bardstown Road. And here's the dirt on shade planting. We get asked daily, can I plant stuff in the shade? What can I put in the shade? Does anything grow in the shade? The answer is yes. There are many different things that grow in the shade. Now keep in consideration there are numerous different kinds of shade. There's full shade, which is no sunlight all day. There's part shade, which is a half a day. And then there's dappled sunlight, which there's a big tree overhead all the time, but the sun just kind of filters its way through. There are numerous different kinds of plants for each scenario. And if you're not sure what kind of shade you're getting, sit around on your deck all day and watch it. I know I would if I could. But there are numerous things to plant in the shade. For one, some trees. Dogwoods are great in the shade. In their natural habitat, they grow underneath the canopy. So they're the low-lying trees. They like the filtered sunlight. Redbuds also do good in the shade. White fringe trees do well, horse chestnuts do well. Anything that's under 20-25 foot would prefer to be in the shade because again, in their natural habitat, they are growing in the shade. Well, perennials would be like astilbes, hostas, agapodium. Those are all great shade-loving plants as well. Annuals, well, of course you got your impatiens, but there's also many other kinds of annuals that grow in the shade, like New Guinea impatiens do well, the green leaf begonias do well, heliotrope, nicotiana, just to name a few. Shrubs, there's an endless possibility of shrubs to plant in the shade. Boxwoods can take the shade. They may have to be sheared a little more often to keep them full and dense. Azaleas, they'd much rather be in the shade than in the sun. Your lace cap hydrangeas, your mop heads, they'll do great in the shade. They'll still give you that flower. Nandinas do well in the shade. This is just a few of the plants that do great in the shade. If you're unsure of what to plant in the shade, snap us a picture of your yard, send it to his Facebook, bring it in. Any one of us will be glad to walk you around and help you find something for the shade. This has been The Dirt on Shade Plants. Like us on Facebook or check us out at ottiegardencenter.com.